Witam wszystkich serdecznie w 57. odcinku MMA News Live. Mały powrót, trochę mnie nie było, trochę się rzeczy działo, trochę jeszcze się wydarzy. Mamy ostre tempo, bo Goran Relic, który będzie naszym pierwszym gościem, już czeka i mówi, że jest głodny, jest po treningu i musi iść jeść, więc proponuję szybko zacząć. A na początek może mały test, powiedzcie mi, czy wszystko słychać? To może na początek. Nie, bez intra dzisiaj. Dzisiaj w ogóle będzie inaczej. Dzisiaj zróbmy ten po prostu odcinek, bo naprawdę trochę zardzewiałem. Także przede wszystkim mały test. Czy jest dźwięk? Czy jest dźwięk? Czy mnie dobrze słychać? Dobra, działa git. To jedziemy z Goranem, bo zobaczymy jak to wyjdzie, naprawdę. Czuję się jakbym to po prostu zaczynał od nowa. Mam nadzieję, że wszystko jest podłączone. Tak, dziękuję bardzo Michale. Dobra koszulka Venom, nasz nowy sponsor programowy, także o tym więcej w następnym odcinku. Albo może po wszystkim. A teraz dzwonimy do Gorana. Przez telefon, bo Goran jest bardzo tajemniczy, jak pamiętacie, także nie chciał się pokazywać. Sorry dzisiaj bez pompy, bez wielkich fajerwerków, ale chcę to po prostu zrobić. Ha! Moon, dzięki bardzo za wsparcie.
Hello.
Hello, Goran. Hello, this is Wojtek. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Cool. How you doing? It's Wojtek from MMA News. We're doing MMA News Live. It's good having you, man, because you're so difficult to have on the show. You know, you're so mysterious as always. It means you're in shape.
Sorry, I hear you with a little bit
Delay?
There's a little bit of bad connection.
Okay, let me try. Maybe I'll call you once more.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay. Okay, mamy jakieś problemy z dźwiękiem. Bad connection. Mówi bad connection. Zobaczmy, jak zrobię głośniej, może.
Hello.
Hello, is it still the same?
No, now it's okay.
It's okay. So, Goran, how you doing, man? It's so many things happened during your career, during your life. So you're traveling. Where are you at right now?
Momentarily, I'm in Rome.
Rome. So what's Rome like? Is it warm? Is it cold or what?
It's rainy and weather is kind of bad at the moment, but overall, it's a pretty good city.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing what in Rome? You're training with someone who's where are you training at?
I'm helping Alessio Di Chirico for his upcoming UFC bout.
Okay.
We're spending a week together, and having a really successful camp so far.
Say hi to Alessio because he's a cool guy. He fought in Poland. He actually fought in Fight Exclusive Night that you signed a contract with.
Right. I will.
Thanks. So you had been doing crazy stuff. You've been fighting bare knuckle boxing. You've been doing MMA. You had some losses in MMA, and you had bare knuckle boxing, which actually I think it gave you like a new breath into your life because it seems like you're in a good mood again, as far as I can see in some media.
I mean, bare knuckle boxing was definitely a very interesting experience, and a different form of fighting than mixed martial arts. And I really had a good time over in England. Everybody treated me nice. Overall, it's like a very, very positive atmosphere. And inside of the bare knuckle ring, I really found myself again. I have a really big desire to fight again, and I can't wait to fight MMA as well.
Hmm. I wonder. Besides, it's bare knuckle boxing, so it's more about boxing. But is there any uh, limitations or differences from bare knuckle to like a straight sport boxing? Are there any differences in rules?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it's more similar to a street fight, with some rules, of course. But getting punched by a bare knuckle, not not the same thing as getting punched by a glove by gloves. You know, so it makes a huge difference because you know
Hmm. How
for
long?
somebody who did MMA, for somebody who did MMA, I guess I have a better resistance to these punches. But you know, most of these boxers that came, they just couldn't adapt to this form of fighting.
Hmm. So and how long does it take to fight bare knuckle, like rounds, minutes? Because I'm not familiar with the rules at all, so I'm just trying to figure
It's
this out and
yeah,
for the people.
it's a 2 minute round. So it's a 2 minute round, and a normal fight is 3 2 minute rounds. If you're a champion, it's 5 2 minute rounds.
Mm-hmm. I have a question, have a favor, Goran, because actually it's my first show from a long time, and I'm having some difficulties, streaming difficulties. I don't know where it comes from. Can I call you in just 1 or 2 minutes? I know you're in a hurry. I just need to fix it, see what's up, and I'll call you again. Sorry, apologize for
Okay,
this.
okay,
Sorry.
no problem.
Okej, chyba się udało, chociaż nie jestem pewny. Powiedzcie mi, na chwilę przeprosiłem Gorana i powiedziałem, że zadzwonię za chwilę. Powiedzcie mi, czy jest dźwięk, czy jest obraz. Nie wiem, co się stało, ale najwyraźniej powrót musi być trudny. Dzięki bardzo, Andrzeju, ale powiedzcie mi, czy jest dobrze teraz, czy jest lepiej. Teraz jest spoko. Dobra, to niech tak zostanie. Ja sam sprawdzę, mam tu kilkusekundowe opóźnienie, pomacham sobie, zobaczymy, co się dzieje. Teraz jest ok. Dobra, będę musiał wykryć, czemu nie było ok. Generalnie miało być lepiej, także... A było gorzej, dzwonimy jeszcze raz do Gorana. Dobra, dzwonimy do Gorana.
Hello.
Okay, I'm here. I apologize for this, but shit happens. So, we've been talking about the rules. So, how about what about protection? What kind of protection can you have? Like a groin guard, mouth guard, etc. Goran?
Yeah, except for the
Yeah.
groin protection and the mouth guard, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Are the do you need what the rule says about taping? Can you fight straight bare knuckle, or you have or you need to have tapes?
No, you have some tapes and some reps, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. So I was saying at the beginning you had some difficulties in last months or more in MMA. You had some losses. Now you're on a winning streak. You're also on the bare knuckle winning streak. Were there any moment that maybe you lost some faith, because it was like 4 losses as far as I remember. So obviously something wasn't correct.
Yeah, I had a difficult period health-wise, and my health problems are the reasons why why I lost this fight, and but it's something that really doesn't make a lot of sense to talk about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what what's important is what's ahead of me, and ahead of me is a new start, and I can't wait to go back into the ring and fight again.
Mm-hmm. Did you had any chance to look at your past opponents like Jan Blachowicz or Tomasz Narkun, who was fighting Mamed Halidov? Did you had a chance to look at them?
No, no, not really. I haven't been following the MMA
Mm-hmm.
lately.
Mm-hmm. So not even Tomasz Narkun fighting Mamed? This was a big fight.
Yeah, I heard he won, but tell you the truth, I think I don't see a lot of sense in Mamet switching the weight divisions and going up and down. For me, this
Yeah.
is kind of a circus. So same like McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather or some shit like that. I really don't see a lot of sense in this.
Why don't you see sense? Like, because he's not carrying a lot of weight, so maybe that's why.
No, but their weight classes, the weight classes are there for a reason. You know, like if somebody's walking around 100 kilos, then he's fighting 93 for a reason, right? If somebody is walking around 90, and then he's going down at 84, that's for a reason. We have weight classes for a reason. So for me, this story really doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, it's like pointless for me.
Okay, but you're the kind of a guy that you were skipping through different weight categories. So maybe now you're saying this because you had this experience of skipping from one class to another, the weight class.
No, I guess it depends on the body type of the fighter. But so for example, I don't know. I guess when the guy is always at the same weight, I have a different body type, and my weight is really it depends on what kind of training I do. So if I'm lifting a lot of weights and if I eat a lot and if I train in a certain way, I get plus 100, like 103, 104, easy. If I change my diet and if I work my cardio more and just small differences, I get down to 96, 97, very easy. And this is normally the middleweight division.
So
walk weight.
And what weight did you fight in bare knuckle?
I fought light heavy, which is 95. 95 too.
Okay, and you're defending your belt again for the second time, June 9th, right?
Third time.
Yeah, for the I thought
June
okay
9th for the third time.
Okay. So anything?
Third time.
Okay, anything you already discovered about your opponent for June?
Yeah, he's a former professional boxer, tough guy. He's very, very good on his striking. And the promotion, I guess they want to have an English champion because it is an English promotion. And they don't like a Croatian guy being the champion there.
You're spoiling the plan, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. So, I'm there to spoil the plan and not let that happen.
And you were supposed to fight Phil Baroni. I was very excited for this fight because Phil is just, he's Phil. He's a New York badass, so everyone was expecting this. He's a veteran like you. And something happened just days away from the fight. He didn't come. Can you share any insight why he didn't come?
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Phil doesn't feel very good mentally, and I'm not just joking. Like I saw the messages that he was texting to the promoter, and it's definitely not something we should. I mean, at first it seemed funny, but then I was like, this man is really not okay in his mind. Like he really needs professional help, and it's better that he never showed up because the fight would have ended in the first round.
Hmm.
by a brutal stoppage, because not only that he wasn't prepared, he barely trained for the fight, and I really don't know why he was doing all that stuff. It just didn't make sense.
I get it. Well, you're a fighter. You're experienced guy. You've seen everything. So when you have
Yeah.
Phil Baroni, a guy like this, a veteran who has been in the sport from the beginning, and you remember the history of Hammer House because he was a Hammer House fighter, as far as I remember. So they. What do you think? Why do you think he acts
Yes.
like acts like this? Is it because of many wars he's been into, or I don't know, just any they've been big guys, and when you use certain stuff like drugs or steroids, you're fighting, and your mental is changing, your behavior has changing. Do you think maybe it's something personal, or maybe it's just effect of many years in a business of doing whatever he was doing?
Uh, no, I don't know what he was doing or using or whatever, but whatever he was doing, something went wrong, and I saw the messages we were texting, and it just didn't make sense. Trust me. And then later on the fight night, his colleague came up to me and he said he apologized for him, and he
Mm-hmm.
said that not only that he needs professional assistance, he said that he barely trained for the fight, and it's just like I guess one of those situations where a fighter has a very difficult time accepting the fact that time to stop fighting.
I see. Okay, so enough of speaking about Phil Baroni. So you just signed a fight exclusive night contract. As far as I know, you will be fighting two different weight categories. Am I?
Yeah, I prefer to fight 93, but the promotion insisted on me fighting 84.
Mm-hmm.
So the first fight is going to be 84, and after that, I'm back to 93.
Mm-hmm. Can you share any knowledge, because you were supposed to fight for the belt at the beginning. You were supposed to fight Andrzej Grzebek and I was told that his team, they don't want this fight. Maybe not now or never. I don't know. Just can you share your side of the story?
I have no idea what they want or they don't want, but I guess I'm still fighting for the belt. I don't know who I'm fighting against, and for me, I don't care. I'll fight anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the guy who picks opponents or says yes or no or ooh, I don't like this guy or that guy. I mean, I'll fight anybody. So from my point of view, I just want to fight.
Mm-hmm. But why do you think his team refused to fight you, if that's correct?
I never heard. No, I never heard any rumor like that.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't want to fight, then it's up to him. So I ain't got nothing against this.
I get it. You're fighting in Wrocław in May. Do you already know the name of your opponent?
Not yet. I should find out about the name within the next couple of days.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so after Italy, where are you gonna head to? Where are you gonna train at? Are you staying there till Fen?
No, I live full time in Italy in a small town next to Pisa. That's where my camp is full time, and I'm just gonna keep training there. Occasionally, I'll go back to Rome or maybe Sweden just for a week of training camp, but mostly I'm based in Szczecin.
Mm-hmm. I heard that you were very close to fight a Swedish guy, because you mentioned Sweden, Sadibu C. at Fight Exclusive Night. Actually, it didn't happen, but it was very close. Did you hear this?
No, that's the first time I hear this, actually.
Yeah, okay.
They never offered me a Swedish guy.
I get it. Okay, Goran. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best. I apologize. We still have this technical difficulties for some reason. So I'm not keeping you. I know you're very hungry, and you gotta train and you gotta eat, etc., etc. So thank you very much, and I hope to hear you soon. It was good hearing you because we had some good moments in Poland or England. So I missed you a bit, and I hope to see you again very soon in Poland.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
everything.
Goran. Take care. Ciao.
Bye.
Okej, Goran Relic niestety, no ale tak dzisiaj musi być. Dzisiaj z problemami program. Opanuję to spokojnie. Miało być dobrze, ale cały czas zrywa niestety. Na pewno widzicie, że laguje. Za chwilę będzie Łukasz Lewicki. Tak, do Łukasza myślę, że już powinniśmy zadzwonić. Bo Łukasz jest po treningu, czeka. Zobaczymy, co się wydarzy. Ja myślę, że do Łukasza możemy zadzwonić w takim razie. Idę po mały statywik, oszukamy system. Zadzwonię z telefonu prosto. Dajcie mi dosłownie chwilę. Jestem. Dzisiaj na dziko robimy ten program. Niestety nie będzie konfrontacji na żywo. W sensie Łukasza Chlewickiego i Normana. Łukasz wam zaraz powie, dlaczego nie. Okej. Się dobijają wszyscy na telefon, ale nie mam jak odebrać. Oszukamy delikatnie system. Dzwonimy do Łukasza. Na głośno mówiącym z telefonu tym razem.
Halo?
Cześć Łukaszu, Wojciech Mrozowski, MMA News Live.
Cześć Wojtek, witam cię.
Cześć. Jak twój napięty harmonogram przed galą?
Wiesz co, no, teraz już lepiej, znaczy w sensie, że już się troszeczkę schodzi z obciążeń i zmniejszy tego, że tak powiem, napięcia treningowego i tego kotła takiego przed walką. Bardziej już teraz, wiesz, teraz jest tak, że schodzę z jednostek treningowych i tak na tą chwilę zostały mi jeszcze 4 jednostki treningowe i pojedyncze jednostki treningowe, także spokojnie do poniedziałku jeszcze jestem w treningu. Aczkolwiek tak jak mówię, te treningi nie są takie już obciążające, bardziej świeżość, szukanie świeżości, głodu walki no i też trzeba się zająć redukcją wagi niebawem, nie?
Mhm. A ile tych jednostek treningowych właśnie miałeś w ciągu tygodnia, przypomnij mi?
Wiesz co, ja trenuję tak około 10 jednostek treningowych w tygodniu, aczkolwiek ze wskazaniem na to, jak jestem gdzieś tam mocniej przemęczony, podjechany, no to gdzieś tam urywam jakąś jednostkę, czy nawet zdarzy się 2 urwać, ale te 10-9 jednostek jest robionych na pewno, nie?
Mhm. A jak świątecznie? Przepracowałeś, czy odpocząłeś jak normalny człowiek?
Wiesz co, to znaczy, że jak jest to, jak zapytam ci się pytaniem na pytanie, ci odpowiem, to znaczy, że jak człowiek pracuje w święta, to już jest nie jest coś nie tak ze mną? Nie, no jest na zasadzie takiej, że jeszcze Wielką Sobotę robiłem trening, a w święta wielkanocne odpuściłem sobie spokojnie, zregenerowałem się, poniedziałek tak samo, dłuższą przerwę zrobiłem, taką jak gdyby dwudniową, taką świąteczną, która uważam, że też się przydała, no i wróciłem od wtorku już normalnie w trening, także jest poszukiwanie formy, nie?
Ale odpowiadając na to, co powiedziałeś, to trochę odpowiem jak ksiądz, że napisane jest, aby Dzień Święty święcić, dlatego zapytałem.
Ach, wybrnąłeś, dobra.
Okej, tutaj wiele osób właśnie już pytało mnie, czy będzie konfrontacja na żywo w programie, no bo przecież jesteście...
Rozmawiać jakoś, musiał mieć tłumacza, translatora, a chyba nie o to chodzi. Bardziej fajnie, jak jeżeli ty mnie się zapytasz coś, pogadamy sobie spokojnie i o to chodzi. A po drugie, wiesz, no tak jak mówię, no przede wszystkim o to chodzi. No nie będę ukrywał, że mój angielski nie jest na poziomie takim, żeby tutaj jakieś rozmowy telefoniczne, czy Skype'y, czy tego typu sprawy, no jakoś sobie tam daję radę, jak wyjadę za granicę, gdzieś tam tego angielskiego używam na zasadzie kali być, kali potrafić i niech tak zostanie, nie?
Mhm. A jesteś zaskoczony tym, że Norman jakoś tak bardzo spokojnie właśnie rozgrywa to i w zasadzie nie wiem, czy spodziewać się jakiejś wielkiej eksplozji, kiedy nadejdzie moment, czy może już tak zostanie?
Wiesz co, nie wiem, ja patrzę na to z tego punktu, że tak jak mówię, jeżeli ktoś potrzebuje się nakręcać czy coś, to okej, to tak robią zawodnicy. Jeżeli w danym momencie na danego rywala, na kogoś, jeżeli teraz jak gdyby Norman uważa, że jest to zbędne, a ja nigdy się sam osobiście też nie nakręcam na rywali, no chyba, że gdzieś tam zła krew się pojawi, no to wiadomo, że nie jestem z tych, który nadstawię drugi policzek, tylko będzie kontra tak samo jakaś tam szła, ale ja też nie wdaję się w takie potyczki, a w tym przypadku no to należałoby chyba bardziej Normana zapytać, dlaczego, czy wiesz, innych rywali tam, przypuśćmy, nie wiem, czy to żeby źle nie zabrzmiało, atakował, czy w inny sposób z nimi rozmawiał przed walką, używając trash talku, czy czegoś takiego, a czy ze mną musi, nie musi, no to i dlaczego tego nie robi, no to już też pytanie nie do mnie. Ja mogę odpowiadać za siebie i za siebie odpowiadam. Ja jestem zawodnikiem takim, że ja nie potrzebuję dodatkowo się nakręcać przed walką, wchodzić, że tak powiem, w ten taki rytm takiego nakręcania, bo tak jak mówię, uważam, że niektórzy zawodnicy to już jest jak gdyby świadomie, niepoświadomie już to mają, że zaczynają jak gdyby turniej czy walkę już dużo wcześniej. Oni w ten sposób się nakręcają i czasem uważam, że media i społeczeństwo, ludzie, czy kibice, czy fani czasem zanadto odbierają to, że to jest personalnie do kogoś tam mocno kierowane. Oczywiście, jak ktoś komuś ubliża czy coś, to pewnie, że tutaj trzeba kontrę walić i nie być, że tak powiem, jakimś zawodnikiem, który przyjmie wszystko i nic nie powie, ale tak wracając do tego, mówię, że ja staram się tutaj na tej zasadzie, że nie potrzebuję, jeżeli mówię, ja za siebie odpowiadam i ja nie potrzebuję, że tak powiem, w ten sposób się nakręcać, ale wracając do tego, wiesz, tak jak i Norman, ja miałem wcześniejsze konfrontacje z innymi zawodnikami typu Waso Bakocewicz, czyli Paul Redmond, czy na przykład też Paul Daley i to też są zawodnicy, którzy potrafią wiele i pokazali nieraz w klatce, jak i też różne zachowania podczas konfrontacji na ważeniu, czy gdzieś tam w wcześniejszych relacjach między napinaniem, że tak powiem, tego wszystkiego przed walką, takiego momentu, ale tak jak zresztą zauważyłeś i pewnie większość fanów też, tych takich śledzących to od dłuższego czasu, nie tylko tam od jakichś 2-3 walk też, no to w takich sytuacjach już byłem, gdzie zawodnicy, gdzie często właśnie, że tak powiem, wspominany przeze mnie Waso, Barkoszewicz, czy Paul Daley, czy tam inni zawodnicy też robili i robią takie jakieś tam sytuacyjne rzeczy, a w konfrontacji ze mną po prostu, kiedy stawaliśmy twarzą w twarz na ważeniu, czy gdziekolwiek w korytarzu, idąc sobie normalnie, grzecznie, spokojnie, bez żadnego ciśnienia, bo ja uważam, że eksplozja to ma być, ale w klatce, nie?
Czyli myślisz, że... Znaczy właśnie, to jest pytanie teraz, czy to, że właśnie przed walką się nakręcają, a w momencie, kiedy cię spotykają, są spokojni, to jest dlatego, że po prostu właśnie każdy w twarz już troszeczkę, wiesz, to już weryfikuje taka sytuacja i być może nawet, wiesz, no jest jakiś szacunek albo strach, czy może po prostu mają takie dwie twarze medialne i normalną ludzką?
Nie wiem jak to powiedzieć, ale nie chciałbym tutaj powiedzieć strach czy coś, wolałbym na pewno szacunek i tego się trzymajmy, ale nie chodzi tutaj w żadnym wypadku coś takiego, że wiesz, no tak jak z reguły się wychodzi z założenia, ja wychodzę, nie powiedziałeś w ryj, nie powiedziałeś nic, nie? Czyli wiesz, że to, że tam ktoś sobie za kamerą chlapie albo klepie w klawiaturę, no to okej, nie? To każdy sobie tam może to robić i tak jak mówię, ale bardziej no jeżeli jest taka konfrontacja, to już typowo mówimy o zawodnikach, to uważam, że to się czuje chyba jeden drugiego, no swój swojego jak gdyby, można tak powiedzieć, pozna w cudzysłowie i chyba, ja czasem uważam, że zawodnicy właśnie, oni wiedzą gdzie tam z kimś co na co mogą pozwolić, a też nie ukrywajmy, że no, świat mediów i nakręcania tych eventów, tych wydarzeń takich sportowych, no tym bardziej u nas w MMA, a poszedł w tą stronę, że dużo zawodników, tak jak mówię, zaczyna walkę już dużo wcześniej od jakiegoś trash talku, tak to się mówi, no to okej, jeżeli muszą, to niech tak robią. Ja nie muszę i na siłę nie będę nikomu ubliżał, nie będę nikogo prowokował, bo mówię, to mi jest niepotrzebne do niczego.
Czy myślisz, że Norman, znaczy nie wiem w ogóle, czy tym się przejmujesz, czy Norman zrobi wagę? Znaczy chyba powinieneś się przejmować, tak? Czy zrobi, czy nie?
Znaczy wiesz, ja powiem ci tak, no już nie zrobił raz, tak? I to na pewno, wiesz, no tak jak mówię, tutaj muszę to powiedzieć no ja sobie nie wyobrażam, że ja teraz też mówię, no Norman nie zrobił wagi, on odpowiada za siebie, ale ja sobie nie wyobrażam, że gdybym dostał walkę o pas mistrzowski, organizacji, którą szanuję, dla której walczę i no siłą rzeczy szanuję fanów, którzy stawiają na mnie i chcą, żebym zdobył na przykład ten pas, czy mówię tutaj w przyszłości w sensie tego, czy przeszłości jakiej się u niego wydarzyła, tak? To ja sobie na przykład nie wyobrażam stając na jego miejscu, no nie robiąc wagi, czy podejść w ten sposób. Nie wiemy oczywiście, ja nie wiem jak tam, co tam miało wpływ na to wcześniej, tak? Bo może gdzieś tam jakieś błędy przygotowań, gdzieś tam może team no czegoś nie dopilnował, może Norman gdzieś tam coś zbagatelizował, no ale ja w takiej sytuacji no nie wyobrażam sobie nie zrobić wagi, no robiłbym ponad wszystko, bo to zmierzam w takich walkach, no żeby dążyć na szczyt czy walki o pasy, tym bardziej w jego sytuacji, kiedy on już został skonfrontowany z naszym mistrzem Mateuszem Gamrotem, miał możliwość zdobycia pasa, znaczy możliwość, może umówmy się, że dostał walkę, tak, bo możliwość została skonfrontowana, walka potoczyła się jak potoczyła, ale tak jak mówię, no dziwne, no po prostu dla mnie, no bo jest doświadczonym zawodnikiem, ma bardzo dużo walk zrobionych, nie z jednym rywalem różnych kalibrów się bił i nie jednych zawodach startował, jest to doświadczony zawodnik, więc no kurczę, no że tak powiem i nasi fani i organizacja, no czegoś też musimy dać od siebie, jak gdyby, że wiesz, żeby też to źle nie zabrzmiało, że wymagają, bo to nie chodzi o wymagania, tylko my też jesteśmy wobec tych ludzi, którzy to oglądają, są chętni tego, żeby obejrzeć, żeby ci kibicować walki o pas, czy walki po prostu jako pretendentowi albo zawodnikowi, który broni pasa, no to uważam, że jak już idziesz w tą stronę i pod tą górę i na ten szczyt, no to zdajesz sobie sprawę, jakie są konsekwencje i wiesz, z czym to się je, a teraz wiesz, patrząc na tą przyszłość, jak to nas czeka i 13 kwietnia będzie, czy Norman zrobi wagę, czy się obawiam, czy nie. No słuchaj, powiem Ci szczerze, nie obawiam się, bo to nie ostatni raz, jak mi ktoś na przykład wagi nie zrobi, ale no to tak jak mówię, to też to będzie świadczyło do szacunku i podejściu do tego wszystkiego, co robi na poważnie i mam nadzieję, że zrobi tą wagę. Jeżeli nie, no to każdy z nas zna warunki kontraktu, każdy wie, jak to się odbywa, zawodników, mówię na pewno, i każdy z nas wtedy jest pociągany do odpowiedzialności za niewykonanie limitu wagowego.
Norman przysyła pozdrowienia.
Dziękuję, może go pozdrowić również.
Dobrze, tak zrobię. Jest kolejnym gościem, chociaż nie wiem, czy dzisiaj się uda, bo jest, nie wiem, chyba ktoś przegryza kable, bo jest strasznie laguje generalnie. No jest zły internet, w sensie mówiąc po ludzku. I nie wiem,
Mam nadzieję, że to nie przeze mnie.
Nie, to już było przed tobą, także wiesz co, powrót, zardzewiały mi po prostu łącza, bo ja też trochę nie robiłem tego programu, także mały powrót i
Może tak być.
rdza kablowa tak zwana.
Może tak być, aczkolwiek ja w rdzenie wierzę w moim wieku, także nie sprawdzać.
Dobra, zapytam jeszcze, bo jesteś zawodnikiem, który jak to dobrze powiedzieć? Albo może zadam ci po prostu pytanie właśnie, czego...
No,
Tak.
Najwyżej ci nie odpowiem. No,
Tak.
powiem ci, że
Chciałem zapytać
nie ma gadania.
proste w zasadzie pytanie, czego chcesz, kogo chcesz, czego chcesz nawet bardzo. Ja wiem, że ty bierzesz wszystko, ja wiem, że weźmiesz każdego rywala, jakiego ci dadzą i tak naprawdę, ale czego ty chcesz tak naprawdę sam jako ty, jako Łukasz Chlewicki, jako zawodnik przede wszystkim?
Zadam ci pytanie na pytanie, co nie chcesz wiedzieć.
Okej.
Nie, no ale tak poważnie odpowiadając ci na pytanie, wiesz co? Nawet nie wiem do czego ty pijesz tym pytaniem, no czego chcesz. Uzasadnij to dokładnie, powiedz mi, ja ci odpowiem.
Okej. Tak, pytam odnośnie
tak.
twojego...
Zgadza się, że w tym przypadku cyfry nie są na moją korzyść, ale tak wrócę do tego, co wydarzyło się w Dublinie i z kim walczyłem. Walczyłem z Paulem Redmonsem i chciałbym tutaj zbliżyć troszeczkę sytuację Paula Redmonsa i Normana Parker. Chyba niewielu fanów w Polsce chyba do końca to śledzi, ale zanim Norman Park został zakontraktowany tuż przed kontraktem do KSW, miał walkę dość bardzo poważną z Paulem Redmonsem.
Mhm.
I ta walka naprawdę była bardzo, bardzo ciasną walką, a no trzeba obejrzeć, każdy musi to obejrzeć. I zwyciężył tą walkę, wedle sędziów zwyciężył tą walkę, wypunktowali to na Normana. Proponuję obejrzenie, zobaczenie i chodzi mi o to teraz, do czego zmierzam, że wiesz, później dostałem walkę z Paulem Edmondsem, który tak w tamtą sytuację w Polsce nie był jakoś wypromowanym zawodnikiem, ale był bardzo mocnym i jest bardzo mocnym rywalem. I tak jak mówię, a przed tą walką walczyli oboje i to po walce właśnie tej Paul Edmonds i Parker został zatrudniony przez organizację, dla której ja walczę.
Mhm.
I chciałbym zwrócić na to uwagę, że no naprawdę dali bardzo mocną walkę i teraz kolejna rzecz, odnoszę się do Dublina, gdzie ja zawalczyłem z Redmondsem. No i poszło tak jak poszło, wszyscy widzieli, ci, co się znają bardziej szczegółowo wiedzą, mogą sobie to jak gdyby bardziej przeanalizować, jedni powierzchowniej, którzy bardziej głębiej w to wszystko wejść sobie, zobaczyć, a tak jak mówię, no po tym, co się wydarzyło w Dublinie, no miałem bardzo dużo niedosyt, bo troszeczkę inaczej czułem tą walkę i na pewno i tutaj nie będzie żadną tajemnicą, że zresztą ja u siebie na fanpage'u powiedziałem, że no chciałbym rewanżu, bo ta walka zupełnie inaczej to czułem.
Mhm.
No ale wiadomo, każdy z nas ma gdzieś, może ja byłem nie jestem obiektywny, ale gdzieś tam też uważam, że jakieś małe niuanse nie zagrały, które uważam, że miały wpływ na werdykt. I tak jak mówię, wyciągnąłem jakieś wnioski z tej walki, obejrzałem go sobie i przede wszystkim ja, że tak powiem, no bardzo chciałem jak gdyby i walki z Redmondsem i tutaj nie ukrywałem tego, a kwestią taką, że jeżeli słuchaj, organizacja daje mi propozycję walki z Normanem Parkiem, który no ma jakby nie było, jeżeli mi mówi się, że jeżeli ja mam no contest przez rozcięcie i wlicza się jako tę przegraną walkę, no to w takim razie nie wiem, jak tutaj policzyć walkę drugą z Gamerem, tak? Jak ona się rozcinała Parka razem z Gamerem, no ale to już każdy własne no, tam podejście do tego, i swoje zdanie ma prawo mieć, ale tak jak mówię, jeżeli ja dostaję od organizacji propozycję walki z zawodnikiem, który jak gdyby notabene pierwszą walkę no, przegrał, druga walka widzieli wszyscy tak samo jak wyglądała, odbyła się jako bodajże tak, tam był no contest, tak?
Już sprawdzam, czekaj.
No,
Tak, druga była no contest, tak.
I wiesz, i dostajesz walkę od organizacji, to słuchaj, to ja bardzo się cieszę, że zobacz, organizacja daje mi walki naprawdę na wysokim poziomie sportowym zawodników i walczę z nimi, walczymy i chyba każdy, kto ma duże aspiracje, duże swoje, że tak powiem, ja też nie chcę zaniżać swoich, jak gdyby, wiesz, no, te walki, które toczyłem wcześniej z rywalami innymi i każdym, to mają się na to, gdzie jestem teraz w tym miejscu, tak? To nie jest tak, że no, każda walka ma znaczenie na to, gdzie się znajdujemy i z kim walczymy, co się dzieje dalej z karierą. I tutaj, wiesz, no jeżeli dostaniesz od pracodawcy, od organizatora walkę z Faulem który z tym, przepraszam, z Parkiem, z Normanem Parkiem i wiesz, dostaniesz taką walkę, no to co, to ja mam powiedzieć, zawinąć mogą pod dupę i powiedzieć, nie, ja się nie jestem obsrany, nie wyjdę, nie będę się bił, nie ten, jeżeli chciałem walki z Normanem, z tym, z Redmondsem, no to jeżeli mi organizacja daje walkę z Parkiem i chcą tej konfrontacji i nie ukrywam, że ta walka to będzie dla mnie walką o wszystko, walką o moją pasję i naprawdę zrobię wszystko, żeby ta ręka poszła w górę, bo to już no tak musi być i koniec, ale tak jak mówię, no to co ja mam zawinąć ogon pod dupę i powiedzieć, że nie chcę, bo ktoś tam z boku myśli, że dochodzę do 40 roku życia i już nie mam szans, albo w ogóle czego szukasz. Nie, panowie i panie, 40 to nie znaczy, to nie jest wyrok śmierci, tak? Także spokojnie, że jeszcze żyjemy.
Ja będę miał 36 w tym roku.
No to spokojnie, to jak ja jestem przez 40 parę miesięcy, to zapewniam cię, że to jeszcze nie jest wyrok śmierci.
No dobrze. Ale nie, wydaje mi się, że jeszcze się jakoś tam trzymam, nie? Daliśmy radę. Trochę wolniej, ale dałem radę, jak trenowałem z tobą.
No tak. No i tak jestem tutaj, że tak powiem, podziwu, no bo wypracowałeś, bo tak jak mówisz, mieliśmy okazję razem troszkę popracować na treningu, pracowaliśmy na przyborach i walczyłeś do końca dzielnie.
Dzięki bardzo. Zapytam ciebie jeszcze o walkę Salima, który będzie walczył w Liverpoolu pod koniec maja z Bradem Scottem. Proszę?
Słucham cię uważnie.
Tak, no właśnie, ciekawy pojedynek. O tyle ciekawy, że w Liverpoolu, że z Anglikiem, także no wiadomo, na pewno będzie niezła energia, bo Brytyjczycy ogólnie są szaleni jako fani. Czy ty miałeś okazję w ogóle pogadać z Salimem o tym rywalu, no bo nie możesz się z nim jeszcze spotkać, bo Salim jest oczywiście w American Top Team na Florydzie, ale czy rozmawiałeś z nim o tej walce jakoś wstępnie?
Nie, no to pewnie, że tak, my jesteśmy w kontakcie cały czas i wiesz, no tak, rozmawialiśmy o tym rywalu, o tym dzieje i sobie rozmawiamy, co się dzieje u mnie, co się dzieje u niego, cały czas jesteśmy w stałym kontakcie. Także tak, mieliśmy okazję porozmawiać o nim, miałem okazję obejrzeć walki. Także no dobrze, no co mogę ci więcej powiedzieć, no uważam, że solidny zawodnik i tak jak Salim też nie jakoś nie jest zawodnikiem, który unika, to bardziej częściej gdzieś tam się zdarzało nawzajem. Cześć.
Łukasz Lewicki za nami. przed nami Norman, ale szczerze mówiąc patrzę co tu się dzieje, to w ogóle pokazuje mi takie statystyki, że tu jakiś nieprawidłowy sygnał, że nie ma połączenia, że laguje i w ogóle jest jakieś szaleństwo i szczerze mówiąc uważam, że to nie jest dobry moment, żeby robić z Normanem teraz. Po prostu laguje. W cholerę też widzę po swoim podglądzie, że mocno laguje. Taki mały odcinek na przetarcie, musiały być jakieś problemy, ja sobie to spróbuję naprawić, zobaczę co się będzie działo. I zobaczymy w takim razie. Tak, właśnie myślę, że przełożę ten odcinek na piątek, dołożymy jakichś gości, będzie Norman. Ja już Normanowi napisałem. Że klakier z łasicą działają, tak jak mówicie. Taki odcinek na przetarcie. Niestety, zrobiłem go, wiedziałem, że będzie problem właśnie jakoś tak wrócić po tym wszystkim. Oczekiwałem jakichś problemów, ale nie oczekiwałem go od internetu, bo szczerze mówiąc to się zabezpieczyłem. Nawet podłączyłem kabel, miało być zajebiście, a wyszło jak zwykle. Z Normanem, zobaczę, no nie wiem, połączę się, zadzwonię z Normanem, ale źle się czuję z faktem, że są takie lagi. Zobaczymy, może to zrobimy mimo wszystko, mimo problemów, trzeba brnąć. Zobaczymy, czy odbierze Norman. Norman, are you there, man?
Yeah.
You there? Where's your video?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very
Oh.
well, but where's the video?
Alright, cool. 2 seconds. Oh, 2 seconds till I turn this shit around, mate.
Yeah.
There. Can you see me?
Not yet. Maybe it's coming. But I have some crazy internet difficulties, so maybe no. I don't think it's because of this.
No, I test my camera and it's working, but let me see 2 seconds. Do you want me
Maybe
to call
have
you
to-
back?
Yeah, it would be good.
Oh, hang on.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, you had to accept. Hey, my man, Norman. Let me.
What's happening?
A lot of crazy shit, man. A lot of crazy shit. I don't know where to start from. Maybe from A to the Z, because no, we can start from V, because I have a new sponsor, man, Venom, for the show. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and you have Adidas, I can see.
They don't sponsor me. Fuck them. I'm taking it off
Fuck
here.
them. Fuck
I'm
them. We
taking it
choose
off.
Reebok. Reebok deal is the best.
Fuck, I'm not too sure about that.
Fuck Reebok, man.
I'm not too sure about that. Well, how's things? I was listening to Lucas, you know, like obviously I don't know what you were saying, but I was chatting to people on the YouTube channel.
Uh-huh. He was calm
not-
as usual. He was classy as usual. He was just
I'm not-
Łukasz. Yeah?
I'm not too sure if you could see, like, can you see people asking questions and stuff?
Of course. Yeah. There's a top
Oh, yeah.
chat where you can see people asking questions. I don't know if you can do it. Yeah, you can. Of course you can do it.
Yeah, if you,
But you need the second...
I'm tough smashes.
you're the guy. Okay. You're the guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You're writing some stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I was chatting to some people too, you know, so I don't know what they were saying. They were saying some shit in Polish, but it was they
Oh,
were
they-
I don't have a clue what they were saying.
They were saying
but
some good
people,
stuff.
some Polish. Yeah, some people know English. You know, they know some English, but my Polish, Jesus Christ, it's a hard language to understand and learn.
What can you say to me in Polish? What did you learn?
Not one thing, mate. Fuck off.
Yeah, say it in
I learned-
Polish.
Yeah, but I forgot how to say it.
Maybe spierdalaj? Maybe that's it?
What? Say it again.
Spierdalaj or wypierdalaj?
Spiedalai.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's quite hard, you know. It's like it's a lot of words just to say, like
Yeah, but it's good
But,
effect. It's hard to say, but the effect is very good on people.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
say,
yeah. I
"Fuck
got to
off."
learn. I got to learn some more before I come across.
Maybe kurva, you know
So,
kurva.
Are we live? Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live, man.
All right, cool, mate. So, how do you want to go?
Well, I got
Got any
thousands of
questions for me?
Bro, I got thousands of questions, but I don't know where to start from. I have questions not even combined with this fight, because you know I was always interested about. You're a very interesting person, and I was wonder how did you get into this shit, man? Because MMA and just martial arts is a crazy thing, and I was wonder. Yeah, how did you start martial arts, man?
How did I start martial arts and why?
Yeah, why, how, and when, and everything.
It was kind of by chance, you know. It was I was 16 years of age, and you know,
I'm losing Norman. Okay, I did you see me, because we had some lag?
Yeah, there was a connection
Bad network
problem there, but
yeah. So you
So
started
I
at 16. You were a street
I started
fighter.
when I was 16. You know, that was. Yeah, I was 16. That's the first time I started martial arts. I was a football player before that. I played football all my life, and you know, at that time, around 16, I'd got expelled from school. You know, from secondary school. So I ended up going to this other college school to where the bad boys go. But and then I was out one night in the club, in a local club, and I got speaking to one of the bouncers who was who had a small judo club in my local town. And so I was about 16, 17, and I said, like, he always says to me, "Oh, why don't you come up and give it a go?" So I finally got the courage just to go up, you know, try and let my ego. I left the ego outside. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening. Can you hear me?
Oh, 2 seconds, I'll move.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my connection, buddy.
I don't know. It's just a bad connection overall. But
Yeah.
I can hear and see you very good.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you all the time.
Right. Okay. So this guy, my judo coach, my first ever judo coach, he had says to me, "Do you want to come up and give it a go?" You know, it's just to get away from trouble, because I was getting into a lot of trouble getting up to, you know, there was nothing to do, so it just led to getting up to mischief. That's all it was. Boredom. Once you get bored, you end up doing bad stuff. So that's what happened there. And then I went and did some judo, and actually became pretty decent at judo. You know, my coach always wanted me to go and compete for Great Britain. He actually wanted me to compete for Great Britain in the Commonwealth Games, but I was never really into the judo aspect of things. I was more into like the mixed martial arts, because we did do that at the time in the gym. We did do some boxing one night, we did some wrestling, some grappling, some conditioning stuff. So I was more interested in that, because there were so many different things to do, whereas judo's, I felt it was quite boring, judo, and the rules in judo weren't really that good. Like, how on earth can, when you throw a guy to the ground, can the fight be over? You know, that just don't make sense. You know, but or maybe like a couple of weeks, amateur. We found out a couple of weeks after.
Greg Lugran. His name, Greg
not
Lugran.
him. I'm talking about my first amateur fight I had. I'm talking about my first amateur fight.
Amateur, okay.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so like I had 2 or 3 amateur fights. So I had my first amateur fight against this guy, and I won by guillotine choke. I never it was just like a blur. It just went by real quick. I remember being tired, sick during the fight and stuff like this. But once it was done, I was like, fuck, man, that was tough. But I knew after that there it would get a little bit easier, you know, when it get a bit more experienced in grappling and training, just more experienced in general.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stuck at it. And then my next fight, they put me in against this other guy. This guy who was like All-Ireland senior boxing champion for like 2 years. He was like, I think he's 5th dan in Taekwondo. So there's me, this young boy who's basically just been training for about a year and a half, fighting against the guy who had his first fight or had his about 10 to 12 amateur fights. Then the next fight was fighting this guy who was all this experience in boxing, experience in Taekwondo. You know, it was obviously a setup, you know. So it was. So the fight ended up getting stopped by my eye. I got my eye socket fractured. So the referee stopped the fight. Anyway, so I take a break for a couple of years. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I went and had my first pro fight not long after that. I should never have did it. I just had the opportunity, but I never knew who the guy was I was fighting. But anyway, I went up there and then, okay, you're fighting Greg Loughran. So fought the guy, got beat in the first round by, it was a guillotine choke actually. It says rear naked choke, but it was a guillotine choke. And then from that time then, I says to myself, right, after I found out who Greg Loughran was, you know, and how much experience they had, and I was like, I had no right to be in there with him at all. Like, it was just a complete disgrace for me to even be stepping in there. Like, this guy had been fighting in the scene for about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 years at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was doing it about almost 2 years. And, you know, if you go way back then, 2 years training in mixed martial arts way back then is nothing what it's like now. So I felt like the fight was a setup too. But it was a blessing in disguise because, you know, I took a step back. My judo coach still wanted me to do judo, but I was still turned off. I wasn't really turned on by that. So I stepped away and did a couple of years boxing and a couple of years wrestling and stayed at judo too, just for the, you know, just for the grappling side of things and balance and stuff. But it was, then I came back. Then I came back after 2 years and I had a fight. I had a pro fight against the guy who, against this guy who fractured my eye socket in the amateur fight we had. So I came back and I fought him and I beat him by armbar in the first round.
Good.
And then I went on a. Yeah. So this was like 2008, 2009, around this time. Then from there, I went on a pretty good run, you know. I think I won about, I don't know, I lost to Joseph Duffy, 2009. I was on like an 8-fight or 9-fight win streak. I fought
2010,
Joseph Duffy. Yeah, I lost to Joseph Duffy. Then I fought the week after that in England, and I won that fight. And then it just went from there. I had a couple more fights, and then I went to the Ultimate Fighter. But so basically, the reason why I started was just because it was, you know, it was to get me out of trouble. That's what the main reason was. Like, it was never ever a plan to fight for life, or it was never ever in my mind to say like, okay, when I start training here, I'm gonna fight. Never ever in my mind. I was just figuring out what the fuck I'm going to do, like, you know, where I'm going to work, what I'm going to do. So I had a job working on a building site, doing this and that, and then it was when I was on a pretty good run, mixed martial arts. My coach says, I think you should just, you know, give this a good go here because you're on a good run, you got a good record. But I knew there was still a lot to learn, like to get to a higher level. Like, it's all good fighting at the domestic level and stuff like this, but when you move up into the world level, and you're fighting certain fighters, it's tough. There's tough fights out there, like lots of tough fights. It's a tough game we're in. Like, it's a funny game because like if you look at I don't know what I compare the sports, but if you look at boxing and you look at mixed martial arts, you can like lose 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights in mixed martial arts, and then you can win like 5, 6, 7, 8 fights in a row, and like the whole game, your whole career can be changed. Whereas in boxing, it's, you lose one fight, you're basically, they question you. You lose 2 fights, I think you're finished. And then if you lose a 3rd fight, you're basically done. In boxing, you're basically done. So yeah, I didn't quite grasp the point of that. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think it's stupid to even think that. How could a guy be done after like losing 1 or 2 or maybe 3 fights? You know, maybe brutally knocked out or story. But if they're losing like, you know, maybe close fights, some adjustments needed done, then I don't really understand that, but mixed martial arts is a funny game, man, and it's a tough game too. So
What it's like
and that's it. That's how I get into martial arts, to get away from trouble. Still in trouble though too.
Yeah, that's a good story. That's a solid story. Okay, we had many stories like this, but it's a solid story to do MMA. So what is like in Northern Ireland right now for martial arts? Are people more MMA? Because obviously British were always more about knuckle fight, right? I mean, like boxing, and so did it change since we have MMA, since we have Conor, since we have you and all the other guys Bisping on the British Islands? So
yeah, I think since obviously the big boom since Conor McGregor, when he joined the UFC, it was obviously the whole, just the normal general public got an insight what mixed martial arts was, and it took it to a new level. So that was credit, but there was a lot of guys before even Conor, but obviously with his personality and stuff, it caught the attention to these people a lot more. But before that, there was loads of guys that had great opportunities too. Right before that, the main pioneers of the sport in Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, like the coaches. But yeah, the talent nowadays is unbelievable. Like up north, there's maybe like 4 or 5 solid clubs about, and they're producing a lot of good fighters. Like we got a lot of good lads in our gym. We got young Rhys McKee, who just won the BAMMA world title there. He won the vacant BAMMA world title fighting in a rematch against the guy that he had faced in Belfast. So he's a good prospect, and he's always willing to learn. Like, and I like training with people like this here. He's willing to learn, and he's very, very humble, and he's a good lad. And these young lads have been in the gym since they were 14, 15, and now they're like young men. They're 22, 23 years of age, and there's a few other lads. There's Andy Young. There's another lad coming through there who just won a title, Big Glenn Irvine. He's a tough boy, man. And I got to give a shout out to them boys in the gym, because they never really get. It's always the guys from SBG that get all the get all the attention and stuff like this here. But and then Rodney Moore, the coach, Rodney Moore's like, he's been to America and did it all before all these guys, before John Cavan and all these lads. They were all about. But then when Rodney come back from, he's my coach, Rodney. Once he came back from America, he opened his own gym and did his own thing to give opportunities to people. At that time, it was never fucking, it was just like, it was never really a big following sport at that time. This is a way back, 2001, 2001. So go way back to them times, and it was people. If you just says what's MMA to people, they'd be like, "What the fuck, MMA? What the fuck does that mean?" Huh. So it's how far it's just come on since then. It's just unbelievable. So it's great for some of the lads in our gym to get the exposure and the opportunities that they deserve, because a lot of people up the north way, they got to go the harder route. They never get the the wee open doors already open for them and stuff like this here. But and that's it. They just work hard and do their thing. So how can you not respect that?
Of course. You've been in a very difficult negotiations with KSW. You were not sure if they will hire you again. And then you were almost became a millionaire with this $1 million tournament you were supposed to fight at. So can you share some light? What happened during these negotiations? Obviously, it was very difficult.
No. The KSW's fine. They just the KSW's fine. I'd love to fight on for KSW, but they offered me a new 3-fight contract just here prior to fight, and they offered me a new contract just when I signed the contract to fight Lucas. And
but is it did you finish your last contract, or you had it and they gave you a new one?
No. This is like
extension.
You know how it goes, yeah. Like the way the UFC did, the way the UFC come and you sign a new contract, and then you fight a big tough fighter, and then you lose a close fight, and then they cut you. So it don't mean shit if you sign a new contract. A contract's not, it's not to say that you're going to keep your job fighting there at all. Like, so that's the way I see it. So you got to play the game. You know, you got to play the game the way all these these guys and promoters do. So, like, I respect for Martin and stuff like that, but for me to fight for KSW, you know, I want to win this fight. So I didn't want to sit and think, okay, right, it's all right, sign a new contract, you're comfortable. It doesn't matter. Like, I want to go into this fight with nothing, to think about nothing next, and just go in and fight for the contract. So, and then when I fight for the contract, then the ball's kind of in my court. So, but until then, you just got to keep quiet and go in and fight. So that's what I'm doing. Like, so that's why I'm not really on social media much talking about the fight. Like, I don't need to disrespect the boy I'm fighting at all, because he's a good lad.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him fight. I watched the way he goes about his fights and stuff like this here. And just because he's lost 3 fights doesn't mean to say that I'm going to walk all over him. Because look at the 3 fights he had. He had a tough fight with Gamrot.
Exactly.
And I watched the fight, and it was a good fight, and it was only a few takedowns win the rounds every time. That's all it was. And then he fought Manson Banari, the French dude, he's a tough
very
fighter.
strong, yeah.
Very strong boy. Like, you got to have a good, strong grappling background to beat this lad. And then he fight Paul Redmond in Dublin, which was
Paul Redmond, yeah.
He fought Paul Redmond in Dublin, and that was a good fight too. So because he's lost 3 fights, and you know there were close fights at that, some of them too. So it's always easier for people just to say you can just jump all over him and finish him and knock him out and all this stuff. But I'd love to get a finish. You know, I'd love to go in and finish this fight for sure. But I'll do everything in my power to win the fight, and I know when I fight to full capacity mentally, I can win the fight, no problem.
Mm-hmm. So why are you still very calm? You know your opponent, and you are very calm. You don't attack him. You don't do anything. You just count down for the fight.
Yeah. Why do I need to attack him? I don't really need to attack him at all, because
everyone expects this, right?
He's just they think that I'm a smack talker. That's all they think. They think, oh, you're trying to act like Conor McGregor. The reason why I talked about Matthew was because, like, most of the stuff I said about Matthew was the truth, you know, whether they like it or not, because I guess, you know, people didn't like the truth. I just says that he had been protected his career, like, given certain fights for him to win, like, everything's on the Polish soil, so it's going to be hard, you know, he's been protected by the power. And that's all I said, you know, and that was the truth. And I said, whenever he fights me, I'll have a tough fight. And we all know, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you just look at, you know, I don't know what he's sitting by the lad. He's doing his thing, and that's it. It's earned done with. Like, I didn't really want to think about him. But whenever you look at his last fight with Sully never gave him any problems at all. Sully, I'm not too sure if that's how you say his name, but short Sully, we'll say Sully anyway.
Shulakovsky,
yeah. We'll just say Sully. Sully, I was thinking, you know, with all the talk that he's going to smash him and this and that he'd be a tough fight for him. But what wins the fight? Wrestling. And that's it. When he got in trouble any time on the feet, took Sully down easy. I mean, he literally pushed Sully over. So fair enough, Sully was tacking off his back and stuff, but Gamrot was always in control on the top. And so once he's on top and control, he's comfortable. He can relax and breathe and get his bearings back again. But whenever you force him to defend the take, whenever you defend the takedown, force him to strike and blah, 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 like pressure, he's uncomfortable there, man. You watch them. So people can say what they want. We know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what was going to happen up until the dirty tactics come into play. So I didn't need to talk like this here about Lucas. We're just going to go in and fight, and that's it. I didn't need to, like, smack talk. I didn't even know the chap. I didn't even need to say anything about him. All I know is he's fought tough boys. He's fought, like, real solid boys. He's fought Damian Maia way back in the day too. So, like, you know, he's a tough lad, and, you know, fighting. I'm not too sure what age he is right now. He's 38 or 39. So that's I'm not saying like that'll come into play, because that's not really a big factor in this sport. Age is not really a big thing, to be honest. Like, that's another thing that people get. Yeah, that's another thing, like, people get confused by, like, their age, like, they're too old. Nah, man. This game's different. You can win fights by slowing the pace of the fight down, by stalling the fight. So age is not really maybe over 40, aye, maybe it's a different story, but you know, same again. People look at sport like our sport, like it's if you're past 30, you're finished. they're a long way behind, you know, if that's what they're thinking. So, I mean, I hope to be fighting right till like the same age as Lucas. I hope I can be financially secure by the time I'm at that age, and then I'll not have to fight again. So, and that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Mm-hmm. I gotta ask about your weight limit. What weight are you right now? You know, I was asking Łukasz, is he worried about you not making or making weight? And he said like, oh, he just answered.
Look at my face, man. Look.
Yeah, I know.
Look how skinny. Look how skinny my face is. Look how skinny my face is. I tell you what, I'm going to come in and weigh in at 155 on the bottom, and see what they say then. I'll come in and weigh in at 155 on the bottom and see what they all say then. Because right, okay. When I fight Matthew, this time where my weight was last time was when I was like 9 days out, I was 80.5 kilos. That's what my weight was. Okay. So now this time I'm 79 kilos, just under 79, like 78 point something morning time. So I'll make the weight. I will make 156, no problem. I've made lightweight, but the championship, when I fight Matthew the first time, the last pound, the same like with the last fight against Matthew was very, very tough, but I managed to get it the first time for the title fight. But the last time was very, very tough, very tough. I just left it a wee bit too late, so I fucked up on my behalf. But I feel I'll make the weight this time.
So you're saying your face is busted? I thought it's herpes, because I had herpes week or two ago, so I thought it's herpes. So it's busted face.
Yeah, no. I'm saying my face is skinny. My face is skinny, but I do have a cut. I've got a cold sore on my lip. I always get that coming up to fight every time. I think my body knows. Right? Okay, you got to lose some weight, and the fight's coming up. So my body just fucking sucks everything clean out of it still, and then there's fuck all left inside me. But I'm good. I'm good now. Like I'm good. I feel healthy and strong. So that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I'm excited for is a good clean fight. Do you hear me when I say that? A good clean fight.
You will have it with Łukasz. You will have it.
Yeah, we'll have a. He'll stand toe to toe and fight, and that's what I want. I don't even want to wrestle with him. I don't even want to play the wrestling game. I want to stand and have a good brawl.
Yeah.
till
that's someone, what he brings every time.
He does. Yeah, that's what I want. A good brawl to see who fucking quits. That's what I want to see. Not someone who gets poked and dirty pokes in the eyes and think like that's a quick way to get out of the fight.
Yeah.
I ain't a quitter in a fight. I'm not one quitter in a fight. So
he even stood up to Paul Daly back in the days. In 2013. I thought, Paul Daly is Paul Daly. He's just, the top league. And then he got fight with Łukasz, who was on his way to the top. And they did an excellent fight. It was a very tough fight.
I never actually saw that one, mate. But I know he did fight him. I saw on his record that he fought Paul Daly. So, yeah, he's been in with some tough boys. He's a solid lad. I got respect. He's a former judo player too, so I come from a judo background, so I've got mutual respect there. But at the end of the day, when you go in there, the man's on a 3-fight losing streak, and I've got whatever the fuck the last few fights, whatever it is. So it's a big thing for me to come in here and put on a good show for the fans and just get the win in whatever way possible.
Actually, it was another injury cut. He was cut. Between the rounds, and he wasn't able to fight, or they stopped him from going to second round, just like with Paul Redmond. So maybe it was a split decision. Sorry, with Paul Redmond.
He got
Mansour Barnaoui. Yeah. So obviously maybe he's getting cut easily. I don't know. It's
I don't even think about that, mate. To be honest, I don't even want to sit and think, if he's got a scar tissue, let's try and work on that. I just want a fight. I just want to go in and fight him. I actually said I wanted to fight that guy. What's the last guy we wanted to fight? You know his name.
The last guy. The last guy who what? Sorry.
The welterweight guy. Who's the welterweight guy? The guy with the big head.
The guy. But you mean like you fought him, or I mean, who fought this guy? What guy are you talking? What guy are you talking about?
The guy that we were meant to fight on and at welterweight.
That you fought at welterweight.
No, that I was trying to fight the guy on KSW. The guy.
Okay, Boris. You mean Boris?
No, the other guy. You know the. Remember we talked about this recently. Oh, what's his name? He fought on KSW 40. He got beat by the Sawada.
Fuck, I forgot his name. But people will tell me just for.
Come on,
Yevtushko, of course, Maciej Yevtushko, of course.
So him, yeah. So remember
He's not in KSW. He's not in KSW anymore.
All right, so I knew he had problems with the contract. That's what I thought. The KSW were playing games with me, like trying to say that that they wanted me to fight someone else, but I was willing to fight him. And then he texted me to say that he had problems with KSW with contracts. So that's all I heard. And then Martin says, I said to Martin, well, how about any of these two guys? So I said Lucas was one of them, and so was the guy that Sully beat last with heel hook. Who's the guy that Sully beat by a heel hook?
Who's the guy that... Sorry, you have to give me the name again.
Remember Sully fought that guy on KSW 41?
At 41?
And he,
yeah,
and he
Kamil
won by heel hook.
Kamil Szymuszowski, yes. That tall guy,
him.
Kamil
So
Szymuszowski.
we asked to fight him or else Lucas, and so and then Martin get back and says Lucas will fight you. So that's how that fight came about.
Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, so that's how the fight came about with Lucas. It was Martin said that you can't fight the guy at welterweight because he's got contract problems.
Okay.
So do you want to fight? I says, could I fight Lucas or that guy Shamil? And then he says, okay, Lucas will fight you. So that's how the fight happened.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so that's the history. Yevtushko will be fighting K1 now.
All right, okay.
And
Good luck.
Szymuszowski actually, he's on some reality show like looking for a wife or something like that. That's a surprise.
Looking for a wife?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that too.
Man, you would fuck everyone up in this reality show. If someone would say some shit, you will fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want Norman at the reality show because everyone would be in danger. Or maybe you want Norman at... Of course.
I've already did this show, The Ultimate Fighter. We did
Yeah.
the Ultimate Fighter series. Remember that?
Of course, but this is the show where, everyone is good in this.
Right. Is it kind of like the the UK version of Geordie Shore or something like this?
Yeah.
Or like the American version of Jersey Shore?
So you're having this contract, and do you have? Of course, you have this tough fight with Łukasz next week, but is there anyone interesting in the division you are also looking for to fight with?
No, so we'll go back to the contract there. It was I was offered the contract just before signing the fight with Lucas, and then I said, no, I would just like to do this last fight and not think about the contract. Just have this fight first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got offered to fight on the PFL. They wanted me to fight in this tournament. But that's not going to happen. I'm not fighting in that. That's not going to happen now. So what's
Is it
going to
because
happen
KSW or is it any other reason?
Some other reasons too, but there was a lot of other things that was going on, like I couldn't go to America and a couple other things, but it was just never going to work out. So we decided that I'm going to have this fight in KSW, and then just whatever happens after that, like maybe KSW come back and offer me another contract, maybe offer something a bit different, something that appeals me a wee bit more, or a fight somewhere else, one of the two. But I'm going to wait and see what KSW. I want to do this fight on KSW first, and then talk to Martin after. Talk with Martin after and see what happens, because I got a plan too. Like I said to him, like if I fight, this is it. I will fight in KSW. Obviously, I need to beat Lucas first, and then
Everyone
I
else.
says I would like to fight Sully after that. If I beat Lucas first, I fight Sully after that, and then that puts you number one contender again. So,
Okay.
that's what I was kind of looking at, you know, the direction. But we'll see what happens. You know, I'm not really looking too much into that. I'm just going to focus on this fight where
One
Lucas,
thing
you
after.
know, this is the number one priority. This is the only thing I'm focused on.
Okay, we have some lag again. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so, bro, you're gonna be in Wrocław, which is very close to Zielona Góra. That means a Green Mountain city. I think Zielona Góra is the city where Marcin Billman is coming from. It's quite close.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
I hope that little rat's there because he's going to get slapped from one end of the town to the other. If I see that little bitch there, if he's there at the show, I'm going to be disappointed by Martin. But I don't think he'll be at the KSW show. But if he is there,
I don't think so. I don't think he will be there. He has.
I'm going to bring my 2-year-old son. They smack the face clean off him.
So
Plus, he
you're.
hits like a girl. He hits like a little girl, like a little 5-year-old girl. My 2-year-old son hits me harder than that guy. He had a free shot, so he did, and he couldn't even fucking do nothing with that.
I saw
But,
this message
you
on
know.
your fan page where you were after him.
Well, if I do see him, I will. I'll hit my slap, but he'll be hiding because I saw him after the KSW in Dublin, and he was running about with Matthew. They were running about with a wee gang, like, and he was like smiling, and I was like, "Sir, do you think you're some kind of hard man running about there with your girlfriends?" I said, "Come over to my face and say what you have to say. Come and try the cheap shot again, because I'll drop you right where you stand." I said that to you. I'll drop you where you stand. So he walked off, and then that was it. But just the heat of the moment, you know, like people didn't really understand what was going on in the cage. They thought, you know, they couldn't really make out who was the bad guy or who was what, you know. So,
Like,
I hope
obviously, it was very lucky situation for everyone, for promoters, that most of the fans in the arena in Dublin were Polish, because if there were a lot more of the local guys, I think we would have some outrage going on in the arena.
yeah, it's a crazy thing when you're fighting in your home. Well, we can class Dublin as home country too. Like, it's still a part where I live. I'm only up north, but anyway, it's the place was full of Polish people. Like 90%, 80% was Polish people. So, like, I think that's crazy on its own to even, you know. I wish the Irish fighters and stuff could support the shows like these people support the shows. You know, that's what I wish, but I don't think we'll get that. It's different, you know. Polish are very loyal, you know. I like the way they support their people and they come and support the shows. And yeah, fair enough, we have our fans and stuff like us here come, like the people who always come to my fights and stuff. We always have them people, they're always there. But it would be great to see like some of the local shows like this selling out the arenas and stuff, like the way the KSW do. They do a great thing, and the Polish just are attracted by that. So I respect that, you know.
So, are you saying that Northern Irish fans are not buying tickets as much as Polish people?
Well, sure. All you have to do is look at the show in Dublin. Like the show was 80% Polish people. So if it wasn't for the Polish people, there would hardly be anybody there. So that's what I mean by that. Like, people understand what I mean. Like, it's I don't know. Polish people really support KSW. That's what I really mean. And not even that, they support their fighters. They really like very loyal that way, you know. So it's that's just the way it is.
Was there any reason, like before we did this MMA News Live today, you told me you were just you didn't want to talk about the fight too much? Is there any reason you didn't want to talk about the fight, doing all this media stuff?
No, I just I didn't really mind talking about certain things, but like I didn't want to be forced to smack talk a lad whenever you know, I'm not like that, but I'll only do it to some fighters that I feel deserve it, you know. So he don't deserve that, so
I get it.
That's the only reason why. But But KSW would like me to do all this stuff, all this talk. They would like me to do this about Lucas, but no, I'm not going to talk nothing. I'm going to go in there and fight the man, and that's it. We're going to go in and fight, and we'll settle it next week, and we'll drink. I'll buy him a drink after the fight.
Will you watch UFC this Saturday? Man, what a crazy situation in the main event with the lightweight fight between Habib and all the other guys, Max Holloway, and of course
yeah, that's crazy.
Tony Ferguson.
I don't know what's Tony, man, this fight is meant to happen 4 times now, and it's never happened.
Yeah.
So it's like you think Khabib was scared, or Tony Ferguson's scared, or Khabib's out, he didn't want to fight, or Tony Ferguson, is Khabib really scared? But nah, here the fight was set on stone, it was ready to happen. I don't know what the hell fucking Tony Ferguson was, how the freak accident, well, if it happened, then there's nothing you can do about it, but I really wanted to see that fight, you know. But
Me too.
I really would have put my money on Khabib would destroy him. Khabib will destroy Tony Ferguson. So that's the way I seen it. I just think his style is just bad matchup. He, you know, I know Tony Ferguson's like very unorthodox, and like when he's on the ground, he's a very good jiu-jitsu based fighter. He likes to go for attack a lot off his back, submissions, but when you got a real solid, strong and wrestling boy with that wrestling experience, like wrestling all his life, when you got someone who's on top and knows grappling too, like no submission game, it's going to be hard to shift him off you, and that's what I could see happening. I just think he could take Tony down when he wants to, and control the fight, dominate the whole. I don't know if he had finished Tony Ferguson, because Tony's got good defense, like submission defense, plus he's got good cardio, very, very good cardio. You know, but I don't think he's got the style to beat Ferguson, or sorry, to beat Khabib.
Indeed.
Very good takedown defense, and is very good on the feet too. You know, that's it. Coach said to me, the tough fight you'll ever have is fighting someone with really good boxing, and they're very good at wrestling, very like world-class wrestling with very good boxing. That's going to be your toughest fight ever, and that is your toughest fight, fighting someone like this.
That's going to be a crazy fight, even with the late notice replacement. It's going to be a crazy fight, but I think it's going to be one-sided.
I respect Max. Max is since he lost to Conor, the way 10 fight win streak, and the way he's did it has just been unbelievable. So like, for, you know, how can, you know, that young lad Holloway is a beast, an absolute beast.
And if he will win, that's a history for him. That definitely it's a history. We lost the video. Yeah, we lost the video.
Oh, hang on.
So you're drinking this big bottle of whatever it is because you're in the process of dehydrating.
This here, it's water. Yeah. It's like a 5-liter jar, a 5-liter jar of water, with just like lemons and limes. Cut up, and you drink this every day for about 2 weeks, and you lose like lots of weight. You lose lots of, it eats like body fat away from your body, and it helps me cut my weight. So I've been taking it earlier. So I've been taking it for the last 3-4 days. So I noticed like my body weight shifts really quick when I do this. So this is the reason why I do this.
So you're saying it not only hydrates you and then rehydrates you, it also burns your fat, right?
Yeah, the acidic and the acid that comes from the lemons and the limes, it dissolves fat in the body. And obviously, if you're doing like cardio and any type of thing like this, like anything active, it's going to tap into the wee fat cells and burn them and use them as energy. So that's the reason why I do this. It's a good wee trick. And plus, it's not nice just drinking plain water. Do you like drinking plain water all the time? Like 5 liters of water, could you drink that on its own?
I know it's
going to be very. It's going to be very hard. So that's
you need some taste. Yeah, you need some taste.
Yeah. That helps. So that's the reason why I do that shit, you know. So and that's it. So
good trick, man. So listen, Thank you very much for doing this show, even though we still have these technical difficulties. I'll be watching you very carefully because this fight is gonna be awesome. Every time Łukasz fights a foreign fighter or a guy from England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, whatever, just from the islands, it's insane, and I think it's gonna be insane.
Oh, it's going to be a good fight. It'll be a good fight, guaranteed. It'll be a war, guaranteed. 100%. It's going to be a great fight. I want a good fight, blood, sweat, tears, everything. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm looking to get that win. So whatever way possible. So if you got to go the hard way, be prepared. If the fight comes quick, early submission, you know, when you're fighting tough guys like out there, it's not easy just to get the submission. You either have to hurt them first and then jump on the submission. But we'll work. We'll see what happens when we're in there. We'll just flow with the go. You know, that's what's going to happen.
Someone said, Norman, greetings from Coleraine. Is it somewhere close to you, Coleraine?
Oh yeah, Coleraine. Yeah, that's
a like, Polish guy. Yeah.
It's only.
Said it.
Yeah. It's only like 7 miles from where I live here. So it's I'm in there pretty often just to go in and use the gym sometimes. So. Oh, I know where that is, all right.
And someone said also greetings from Ballymoney. Is there a...
Oh, yes. I know where Ballymoney is too. Yeah, I go there often as well, so that's yeah, that's not too far. It's like a little close area from where I live.
Bro, I was doing actually at the end. I had this one training session a week ago with Łukasz together, and he told me like I'm the first ever journalist he let to train with him to see his training, because obviously, you know, he's in at the end, so you don't want to share too much info, especially to a journalist, right? So
you tell Lucas we got a deal on. We can put $500 on whoever lands the first judo throw in our fight. So someone can be $500 richer, or we can make it $1,000, whichever he wants. So you can put that to him to see if he wants to put a deal on the table. Because, you know, he comes from judo. He's from judo background. I'm from judo background.
Yeah.
In my early days, I used my judo more, but when you start fighting tougher guys, like you don't get off with these wee things like these hip throws and stuff. It's very, very hard to land them when they know what's up. But you can say to Lucas, if he wants to put a deal on the table, $500, or we can put $1,000 on whoever lands a good clean judo throw in the fight, then even though if you lose the fight, it's all right. You can still win $500 if you throw me. But see if he's up for that, because I'm up for that one.
Okay, I'll ask him.
I think it's pretty interesting. Because it's
another lag. Norman, you have to move to the side maybe, because the internet connection it froze. Or maybe it's mine. Holy shit, this one is bigger. Czekamy na Normana. Zlagowało nam. Następnym razem będzie... Okej. To chyba jednak internet tym razem Normana. Tak. Ale dobra końcówka, bo Norman powiedział, z tego co zrozumiałem, $500 za każdy rzut. Mogą się założyć, kto kogo sprowadzi. Obaj są judokami, także dobry zakład. Czekamy na Normana, może jeszcze się połączy, ale i tak akurat kończymy, także fuck. Dzwoni Norman. You there?
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry, I cut off. The connection was real bad there. My Wi-Fi cut off.
Okay. So you were saying that you're interested in this bet $500 for every throw you or Łukasz will do. during the fight.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can ask him. It might be interesting, especially with the background as you told me. But I don't expect any throws besides throwing
No, I think...
grenades.
No, there'll be none of that. There'll be none of that. We'll do it the legal way. We'll just fight like we're fists, like real men fight like fists.
Yeah.
We don't need no weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
These are the weapons.
I meant
are the weapons.
fist grenades. That's what I meant. That's a much better connection.
Yes.
now.
That's well. I need a dynamite in this hand so to knock some people out. So these fights. I need to knock some people out so these fights don't go to these close decisions, so I don't get fucked over again.
You're right. That's a good lesson. After you had so many lessons. Listen, as I said, thank you very much. I'm still having this difficulties with internet, so we have to finish this for today. I'm gonna contact you after the fight. We have to talk about the fight itself after the fight, so I'll let you know. Okay? We cool? Can you hear
Hello?
me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, it was just the connection's not really too good, but what did you say there?
So I said I will contact you after the fight, and we're gonna talk about the fight after it happens, because obviously it's gonna be an interesting one. So for today we're done because of the internet. It's getting us to nowhere. So, and
Okay.
you already told me so many things. So thank you very much for always having this time for me.
No problem, buddy. I'll speak to you soon, alright?
Thank you. Have a good night then.
You too, alright? Bye.
Bye. Norman Park, jak słyszeliście, $500 za każdy rzut, którym Łukasz Chlewicki zdoła sprowadzić go na ziemię, i w drugą stronę Norman jest chętny dorobić sobie takim zakładem. O, jeszcze Norman napisał cheers. Także cheers również do Normana. Norman, if you're listening, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Kończymy na dzisiaj, bo jest rzeczywiście szaleństwo internetowe. Chciałem zrobić ten program tylko na przetarcie. To znaczy miałem do was dużo pytań. Tak jak mówię, miałem zrobić ten program taki analityczny. Mieliśmy wspólnie pogadać o tym. Szykują się duże zmiany na MMA News. Troszeczkę ostatnio, powiedzmy, przysypiam, ale tak naprawdę nie przysypiam, bo zbieram siły, zbieram pomysły, zbieram środki. Duża zmiana się szykuje, nie jedna na MMA News. Również w MMA News Live będzie więcej odcinków. Ktoś na początku powiedział, że tylko 3 gości. Owszem, tylko 3. W domyśle kolejne odcinki będą miały tylko 2 gości. Po prostu będę robił je częściej, będą krótsze. Być może uda mi się dłużej pogadać właśnie tak jak z Normanem, bo szczerze mówiąc właśnie jestem zainteresowany, żeby to były takie troszeczkę bardziej też lifestyle'owe, bo o MMA powiedzieliśmy już wszystko i jestem chętny wyciągnąć takie ciekawostki spoza właśnie sportów walki i może mi się coś uda, takie połączenie idealne między tym, co robi Joe Rogan na przykład, a dzieje się w MMA Hour. Właśnie ja bym taki mix zrobił. Także dużo się będzie działo. Zrobimy odcinek być może w piątek, postaram się zrobić. Jutro jest konferencja prasowa. Bardzo fajna ma być konferencja o 12 godzinie. DSF Kickboxing Challenge robi. Ma ogłosić 12 nowych zawodników. Ma się dużo dziać, ma być dużo ciekawych informacji. Mam być na tej konferencji, ale szczerze mówiąc troszeczkę nie mam sił, bo konferencja jest bardzo wcześnie. Nie wiem czy wyrobię, szczerze mówiąc. Ktokolwiek tam ogląda, nie wiem czy dotrwam po prostu. Potrzebuję zbierać energię, już jest 10. Będzie dużo fajnych gości, naprawdę. Jak zrobię te odcinki co drugi dzień, to będziemy zapraszali tych gości po prostu ani się obejrzycie, jak będzie odcinek numer 1000. Także bardzo wam dziękuję za dzisiaj. Na dzisiaj to wszystko. Nie gniewajcie się, że krócej, nie gniewajcie się, że były lagi. Musiałem się przetrzeć, ale mówię sobie, dobra, są już lagi, nic nie wychodzi, mam to gdzieś. Jakby trzeba to zrobić mimo wszystko i Ostatnio nawet tak samo mam na treningach jakiś taki spadek energii po takim właśnie miałem dużym wzroście właśnie, że zapieprzałem i w ogóle nagle taki spadek w ogóle, nie wiem, jakieś przesilenie wiosenne albo jakiś taki, jakieś stresy albo inne rzeczy i taki spadek mam poważny jakiś taki spadek energetyczny o 30-40%, ale sobie mówię, dobra, okej, no po prostu tak musi być, to się nie da zawsze na pełnych obrotach. Czuję się jak shit po prostu, ale trzeba to po prostu zrobić i dokładnie tak samo dzisiaj mówię, lagi są, nie da się tego za bardzo oglądać, ale po prostu zrobię swoje, nie zawiodę gości, nie zawiodę was w jakimś sensie i tyle. Adios, Soldier of God. Gdzie to się wyłącza? Zapomniałem już, gdzie się wszystko wyłącza. Zapomniałem już wszystkiego. Już wiem, znalazłem. Hej.